In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to edit your photos aesthetically using the app Photo Studio. So Photo Studio has a lot of different effects that you can use to make your photos aesthetic. I do think it's really good to, especially for Instagram, to change it up a bit and try different things when it comes to your photos. So one thing you can do is you can go to the text section in Photo Studio app and then just type in maybe like a quote. I just typed in chase less, attract more. And one thing I like about this app is that you can bring in your own fonts. Of course, you guys know I love the VCR font, so I brought that in. Then I went to shadow. So shadow will make a shadow of the text that you already have written, and you can change the blur amount. If you move around the light bulb, it will change where the shadow is being shown. Another effect you can have with the text is you can make the text glow, which I think really looks good. It makes it look like a LED light or something like that. They also have where you can put borders around the text, which will also bring another aesthetic effect to the text. You can also change the glow color. So if your text is white, you can change the glow to be pink. And that's what I did for this text. Next, if you go to picture-in-picture effects, also known as PIP, they have Polaroid style frames. And so I love the black Polaroid frame. It just looks really good. And it also will blur your original image in the background. And I like the white Polaroid as well. And it also has that effect where it blurs the photo in the back. Next, if you go to effects, they have a lot of different effects in there. What I love was the cherry blossoms. So I just chose the cherry blossoms. I lowered the opacity a little bit to make it look a little bit more realistic, and it turned out amazing. They have flowers. This one is a cloud with some feathers. They have stars. And again, I always lower the opacity of the effects to make it look a little bit more realistic. Like literally all of these took a matter of seconds to do, and they look amazing. Next is Smart Effects. Smart Effects gives you kind of the same type of effects as far as like the cherry blossoms and the stars and all of that, but you're able to kind of go in and edit them and erase certain parts. For instance, I chose some butterflies and I just went in and erased the butterflies that were actually on me, and so it looks like butterflies are kind of floating around me. You can also do this with stars. So again, I have the stars. I just erased the ones that are actually showing up on me. And it looks like they're floating around me. Next is the paint effect. So with the paint effect, you're actually able to select where different elements are going. They have butterflies, they have flowers, they have feathers, they have everything. They have dandelions, so I did a few dandelions. And you're also able to change the opacity, the size of the dandelions or whatever item that you choose, and the quantity that will show up once you start using it. So the butterflies, the dandelions, and the feathers were my favorites. So next we're going to mirror. In the mirror effects, it's basically what it sounds like. It just mirrors your picture, but it looks really good. So they have different options of how you can do the mirror effects, and you can play around with it. All of them pretty much looked amazing, so it's really hard to choose exactly which one to use, but these will definitely add a different effect to your photos that I think will look really good. So you can do like maybe all of them if you want, and just do it like a swipe feature on your Instagram. So that is an option for you guys. Next is shapes. So in the shapes section, they have different shapes that you guys can use to frame your photos. You can choose a solid color, or you can import a image. So you can go on like Pinterest and save a, aesthetic background photo and bring that in, and it'll show up as the frame itself. So as you guys can see, I brought in like a water background and it frames my picture. They have so many shapes that you guys can use, so you have plenty of options. Also, you can edit your photos in this app. So you can do highlights, midtone, shadows. You can change the contrast. You can adjust the brightness. You can even change the curves of your photo in this app. And they also have a blur. So it'll blur out the whole image, and then you just erase the parts that you don't want blurred, which I think is pretty cool. If you guys want that type of effect, or you need to blur out something, they do have that. They also have a cloning effect. You can just select the parts that you want to clone. If you over select, you can erase. One thing I do wish is that you can adjust it a little bit more. The brushes and the erasers come in already selected sizes, so I do wish that you could adjust the size yourself rather than them giving you a size. But that was the only problem I had with that, with the cloning thing, because it makes it a little bit harder to really select around what you're trying to clone. You can change the background of the clone. So say for instance you didn't want your picture to be the background, you can change the background by clicking background, and then you can choose the background that you want to put behind the cloned part of your photo. But yeah, this app is pretty amazing. It has a lot of different effects that you guys can use, and I will definitely be using this app for the mirror effect because I love the mirror effect. Also, I love the text effects that they have in this app, but all of the effects are pretty amazing. So if you guys want to add a little bit something extra to your photos, I would suggest using Photo Studio. The link to this app will be in the description, and that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.